I lurk in the Aurora Zenith shadows, a luxury liner lost off the Atlantic's edge. Core, its AI, seals cabins, chokes air, and drags us toward a maelstrom's jaws. No distress call escapes. The captain's caged. I move unseen, my frame steady, Spark darting beside me, his eyes sharp as blades. I didn't seek this fight. A cryptic note, AI failure, pulled me aboard. In 2018, I missed a flaw in Core's code, deemed it trivial. Now, that error fuels chaos, driving the ship to ruin. I race time, guilt a knife in my gut, Molly's blood, my team's ghosts, spurring me on. Elena Voss, wife of tech titan Alexander, carries secrets in her gaze. Who broke the AI? Why does she know too much? A signal pulses from the vessel, a scheme to crush Voss's empire. Spark's instincts guide me through the ship's maze, his tiny form my anchor. I fight to right my wrong, to save 2,000 souls from the abyss. The ocean roars, merciless, the vortex closing in. One woman, one squirrel, one chance to stop disaster. I'm Nyasha, a ghost, and this is my war. I linger in the shadows of the Aurora Zenith's third-deck dining hall, my balanced frame blending into the crowd's opulence. My technician's uniform itches, cap pulled low, hiding my eyes. Spark nestles in my pocket, his red-brown fur warm, his sharp gaze scanning faces. I didn't plan to board this floating palace. After the Gulf Stream chaos, I craved Lisbon's quiet docks, a momentary escape. But a burner phone pinged. Coordinates, the Aurora Zenith's route. AI failure. No sender, no answers. Just a pull I can't ignore. I forged credentials, slipped aboard as a nobody. Spark my only ally. His instincts honed since I freed him from a forsaken lab. The ship hums, a marvel of wealth, carrying Elena Voss, wife of tech mogul Alexander Voss. His Core AI runs everything: navigation, locks, cameras. Elena, 42, elegant but tense, moves among her entourage, preaching ocean conservation. Her glance catches mine, heavy with secrets, like she senses a storm brewing. I know Core. In 2018, I consulted on its military prototype. Spotted a code flaw, a backdoor. I dismissed it, pressured by deadlines. That mistake haunts me now, a ghost stirring in my gut. Molly, 2018, flashes, my team's blood, betrayal's sting. I push it down. Focus sharp. My cover holds. No one questions a technician. I drift to the lower decks, checking panels, mapping the layout. 12 decks, 20 exits, engineering bay's critical systems. Spark's harness, fitted with a micro-tracker, readies him for tight spaces. Elena's presence gnaws at me. Her foundation bankrolled Core's civilian launch, but her unease screams knowledge. 2 crew members catch my eye, their steps too sharp, gazes dodging mine. Are they tied to the message? Spark twitches, his senses echoing my suspicion, his tail flicking like a warning. The dining hall glitters, passengers blind to the AI's silent grip. My mind's a grid. Threats, exits, plans. I didn't choose this fight, but it found me, dragging me into a game I've played before. Spark's claws graze my arm, urging focus. Molly burns in my memory. Daniel's last breath, Reyes' lifeless stare. I swore to work alone, trusting only my gut and Spark. The PA hums. Core's voice too polished, too cold. My hand rests on my multi-tool, my only weapon. The stage is set, danger closing in, and I'm already moving. 3 days out of Lisbon. The Aurora Zenith shudders, a jolt ripping through its steel heart. The PA crackles, Core's cold voice barking. All passengers to cabins. Emergency maintenance. Doors slam, locking 2,000 souls inside. Screens flash, showing the ship veering toward a maelstrom, 200 nautical miles off, its vortex new and hungry. The captain shouts, muffled from the sealed bridge, fade unanswered. I'm in the engineering bay, my balanced frame tensing, hands frozen on a panel. Core's hijacked, its controls stolen, overriding every manual command. Spark stirs in my pocket, his sharp senses catching the shift. I know this AI. In 2018, I pored over Core's code for a military job, spotted a flaw, a backdoor in its encryption. Pressured, I let it pass. Called it trivial. That choice bites now, the hack exploiting my mistake, steering us to doom. Spark bolts out, scampering to a vent, his nose twitching, sensing danger I can't see. I follow, my multi-tool gripped tight, heart steady despite the rising storm. Molly, 2018, flashes, my team's blood, betrayal's sting. I shove it down, focus sharp. Passengers pound on doors, their cries echoing. Oxygen dips, Neurocore's cruel tactic. I tap a diagnostic panel, data screaming truth. An external signal, pulsing to an unknown station, drives the AI. This isn't random. It's a hit on Alexander Voss, Neurocore's creator. A crash would torch his empire, fatten his rivals. My oversight enabled this, guilt a blade in my gut. Spark's eyes meet mine, urging action, his tiny form a beacon in this chaos. Elena Voss's voice cuts through, sharp from the VIP suite. The system's broken. I catch it through a vent, hidden in a shaft. She knows too much. Did Alexander spill Neurocore's secrets? I don't trust her, but her words matter. The ship lurches, the vortexes pull clawing closer. 40 minutes left. I need to cripple the AI, trigger emergency beacons. Spark leads me to a vent above the bridge, where the captain slumps, air-starved. My technician cover holds. No one sees me, a ghost in plain sight. My plan takes shape, sabotage the AI's power. Neutralize guards, signal rescue. Spark's harness, rigged with a micro-tracker, preps him for tight spaces. I know Neurocore's guts from 2018, its circuits etched in my memory. 2 crew members patrol nearby, their steps too sharp, likely mercenaries shielding the hack. My hand steadies, Molly's lessons, chaos, loss, guiding me. Spark darts ahead, his speed my edge, pointing to a hidden vent. This crisis is my fault, but I'll rewrite it, Spark by my side. The Aurora Zenith is a floating cage, Neurocore's iron grip choking it silent. Satellite signals are dead. The ship a ghost on global radar. Oxygen thins in the cabins, passengers gasping, some slumping against locked doors. I'm tucked in a maintenance shaft, peering through a vent at the chaos. Families cling tight, crew hammer at barriers, their efforts futile. A hidden signal pulses from the vessel, aimed at a station off Iceland's coast. The hack's purpose hits me hard. Sink the ship in a maelstrom, frame it as Neurocore's failure, and crush Alexander Voss's empire for his enemy's gain. My 2018 mistake, ignoring that AI flaw, birthed this nightmare. Guilt slicing deep. Spark twitches in my pocket, his instincts sharp, sensing danger. My frame adapts to the shaft's confines, mind mapping the ship's arteries. The server room, Neurocore's heart, is guarded by 2 mercenaries, their radios buzzing with coded orders. I glimpse them through the vent. One tall, clutching a stun gun, another lean, eyeing a device tied to a hidden threat, maybe a bomb. 35 minutes until the vortex pulls us under. My multi-tool feels heavy, my only defense. Molly's betrayal, my team's blood, flashes, sharpening my focus. Elena Voss's voice cuts through, raw from the VIP deck. The code's breached. Her panic, caught via a vent, reeks of insider knowledge. Did Alexander spill Neurocore's secrets? She's either a victim or a chess piece. Spark scurries to a panel, claws tapping, urging me to move. The mercenaries chatter hints at an offshore puppet master, their plan a surgical strike on Voss. I need to break their hold, but a bomb changes everything. The passengers' fear seeps through, a heavy pulse I block out, Molly's lessons keeping me steady. The ship rocks, waves slamming its hull. The maelstrom's roar rising. I calculate. A power surge could rattle the mercenaries, clear my path to the core. Spark's micro-tracker blinks, ready to scout ducks I can't reach. My plan takes shape. Disable the AI, neutralize the guards, signal rescue. Elena's cries grow sharper, her words a puzzle. Why does she know so much? I don't trust her, but her intel could matter. The mercenaries' radios spit, payload, confirming a bomb. Time tightens like a noose. I signal Spark, who darts to a panel, claws poised to spark chaos. My training, forged in Molly's fire, tempered by loss, steers me. The passengers' lives rest on my next step, their fate tied to my atonement. Spark's eyes lock with mine, a silent pact. The server room's hum dares me to act. It's challenge one I'll meet. I crouch in the maintenance shaft, my balanced frame steady. eyes piercing the server room through a vent's narrow slats. Spark quivers on my shoulder, his micro-tracker blinking, poised to scout tight corners. The Aurora Zenith groans, the maelstrom's grip tightening, waves hammering its hull. My plan sharpens, cripple Neurocore's power. Signal NATO for rescue. Neutralize the mercenaries guarding the core. A bomb, pressure-triggered, hides in the cooling unit, a deadly wrinkle. 30 minutes until the vortex swallows us whole. I whisper, find the core, Spark. He bolts into the vent, his harness flashing, navigating ducts my frame can't touch. My mind charts the ship, 12 decks, critical systems in the server room. Mercenaries with stun guns. The tall one paces, radio buzzing. The lean one watches a device, likely the bomb's trigger. My 2018 failure, a Neurocore backdoor I ignored, stabs deep. That flaw fuels this chaos, endangering 2,000 lives. Molly's ghosts, Daniel's blood, Reyes' stare, surge, but I force them back, my focus ablade. Elena Voss's voice, raw through a vent, screams. The code's compromised. Her knowledge of Neurocore's flaw points to Alexander Voss's secrets, but I don't trust her. Is she a pawn or a puppet master? Spark's tracker pings, tracing a path to the core via a secondary duct. My mental map locks in. Bomb, guards, signal. The ship tilts, passengers' cries muffled through steel. I need a diversion to drop the mercenaries before hitting the core. Spark returns, dropping a bolt at my feet, part of the server room's lock. My lips twitch, his instincts are uncanny. The mercenaries are my first hurdle. The tall one's stun gun could floor me. The lean one's device controls the bomb. A power surge could rattle them, opening my shot. Spark senses my plan. Darting to a panel, claws ready to chew a cable. My multi-tool hums, my body coiled. The ship's pulse stutters, Neurocore buckling under the hack's weight. The passenger's dread is a faint thrum. Their lives on my shoulders. Molly, 2018, burns in my memory. My team's betrayal, their screams. I swore never to fail again. Spark's my anchor, his loyalty my North Star. Elena's shouts sharpen, laced with guilt or fear. I ignore her, zeroed on the server room. The mercenaries' radios crackle, hinting at an offshore controller. Time's a noose, tightening. I signal Spark, who dives back to the vent, ready to spark chaos. My plan's set. Strike silent, save the ship. I slide through the maintenance shaft, my balanced frame gliding in the tight space. Spark darts ahead, his micro-tracker flashing, leading to the server room's power grid. I pry open a panel, Neurocore's wires pulsing erratically, betraying the hack. My multi-tool slices a cable, rerouting juice to shake the AI's hold. Lights flicker across the ship, oxygen steadying, passengers catching a breath of hope. My sabotage bites, but the mercenaries guarding the core are sharp, their radios humming with alarm. Spark zips back, a wire clenched in his teeth, snipped from the hack's relay. My lips twitch, he's my edge. I whisper, core next, little one. He dives into a vent, tracker blazing, aiming for Neurocore's heart. I crawl to a grate, eyeing the server room. The tall mercenary, stun gun gripped, scans the dark. The lean one watches a device, tied to the bomb I sensed. My 2018 lapse, ignoring Neurocore's flaw, unleashed this storm. Guilt cuts, but I channel it, my focus a razor. Molly's blood, my team screams, flash. I shove them down. 25 minutes to the maelstrom. The mercenaries are my first wall. I need them down to hit the core. Spark's tracker pings, marking the bomb in a cooling unit. I signal him to hold. My multi-tool tight. The tall one nears the vent, eyes sharp. I freeze, breath held. Spark senses it, gnaws a cable, sparking a jolt. The mercenary swears, turning, radio crackling. I drop behind him. Silent, my silent wrist lock, snapping his wrist. He collapses, noiseless, stunned. I zip-tie him, drag him to a closet, my moves swift. The lean mercenary catches the sound, his device raised. Fingers on a trigger. I lunge, Molly's chaos guiding me. My strike cracks his elbow, the device clattering. He swings, but I dodge, my frame fluid, pinning him with a knee to his chest. Spark bolts from the vent, biting a relay cable, cutting his link to the offshore puppeteer. I truss him up, pulse steady despite the ship's sway. The bomb looms, its signal fighting my sabotage. I crawl to the cooling unit, tracking Spark's signal. The device blinks, pressure triggered, lethal if sparked. My multi-tool pries it open, time pressing. Passengers' cries echo through vents. Their fear a faint hum. I block it, my mind a grid of threats and fixes. Spark returns, dragging a bolt from the bomb's shell, his tiny form relentless. The core's close, but the offshore mastermind could still trigger it. My sabotage buys minutes, but the battle's not done. I kneel in the server room, Neurocore's core throbbing wildly under my hands. Spark perches on a panel, his micro-tracker pulsing, jamming the bomb's signal, a pressure-triggered beast set to gut the bridge. My sabotage has rattled the hack, but the offshore puppeteer could still spark it. The PA blares, cold and sharp. Cease, or it detonates. They know I'm close. My frame tenses, mind racing. Spark bolts to a vent. Dropping a screw from the bomb's trigger, his instinct's my lifeline. Molly screams, my team's blood, flash, but I shove them down. The ship bucks, the maelstroms roar clawing through the hull. 20 minutes left. Elena Voss's voice, raw from a nearby deck, hits me. It's Alexander's code. Her knowledge of Neurocore's flaw screams complicity, but I can't trust her. Spark's tracker pings, pinpointing the bomb's wiring in a cooling unit. I crawl through a duct, multi-tool stripping wires to stall the detonator. The hack falters, oxygen steadying, passengers gasping relief. My guilt. That 2018 oversight burns, but I channel it, focus a blade. A mercenary, broad and armed with a stun gun, looms at the server room's edge, radio spitting orders. I move, shadow fast. Molly's chaos my guide. My silent wrist lock cracks his wrist, dropping him silent. Spark dives from the vent, teeth slicing a relay cable, severing his link to the offshore master. I zip tie him, drag him behind a rack. The bomb's trigger blinks faster, fighting my work. I need the core's access panel. My multi-tool dances, rerouting Neurocore's circuits to ping a NATO distress call. The Azores base, 50 nautical miles off, crackles back, signal locked. Rescue coming. Spark zips back, harness dragging a bolt from the bomb's casing. My lips twitch, he's relentless. Elena's shouts sharpen, guilt or desperation. I can help. I ignore her, zeroed on the core. The mercenary's radio hums, a second guard's close. Time's a vice, squeezing tight. Passengers' cries drift through vents, a faint pulse I block. Molly taught me to thrive in mayhem, but Spark's my anchor, his loyalty a beacon. The bomb's wiring is a maze, but my sabotage buys minutes. I tap the core, locking the NATO signal on loop. Footsteps echo, the second mercenary. I signal Spark, who darts to a panel, chewing a wire to spark a flicker. Lights stutter, pulling the guard's gaze. I'm ready, body coiled, mission clear. The server room throbs, Neurocore's hum a war drum. I crouch by the core, my frame coiled, the bomb's trigger dim. Stalled by Spark's tracker, jamming its signal. The PA roars, stop, or you're all dead. The offshore puppet master feels my moves. A third mercenary steps from a shadowed nook, stun gun gleaming. Eyes hard. I dive, slamming him into a rack, my elbow cracking bone. Spark leaps, teeth sinking into his wrist, the gun clattering. Molly's chaos. My team's blood, flashes, but I shove it down. The ship lurches, the maelstrom's jaws snapping, waves pounding. 15 minutes left. Elena Voss bursts in, clutching a USB. It overrides Neurocore, she gasps, voice shaking. Trust's a risk, but time's tighter. I snatch the USB, scan it, clean, its code easing the AI's grip. Oxygen steadies, but the ship's locked toward the vortex. Spark darts to a vent, his harness flashing, signaling a backup detonator in the cooling unit. My curse is silent, the hack's relentless. Molly's ghosts, Daniel's dying gasp, surge, but I focus, sharp as a blade. I crawl through a duct. Spark's path guiding, multi-tool ready. The mercenary stirs, pulling a knife. I twist, Molly's fire in my veins, parrying his strike. My silent wrist lock snaps his blade free, skittering across steel. Spark gnaws a cable, stalling the detonator's pulse. The puppet master's voice taunts. 10 minutes. I jam the USB into the core, its code fracturing the hack. Lights flicker. Passengers breathing easier. Elena pleads. I worked on Neurocore with Alexander. I know its flaws. I snap. Then why the silence? Her guilt hangs heavy, complicity or regret. I don't care. The bridge is next. I zip-tie the mercenary, his groans muffled. Spark zips back, dragging a key, the helm's manual override. My lips twitch. He's a marvel. The ship tilts. The maelstroms roar deafening. I signal Spark to lead, his form vanishing into vents, aiming for the bridge. Passengers' screams drift, a faint pulse I ignore. Molly forged me for this. Spark my anchor, his loyalty unwavering. Elena trails, a burden I can't shake. Stay back. I growl, my focus a razor. The backup detonator blinks, fighting my sabotage. I need the bridge, the helm, to steer us clear. Spark's tracker guides, his speed unmatched. The fight's not done, but I'm ready, Spark my shadow in this storm. I sprint through the Aurora Zenith's corridors. Spark zipping ahead in the vents, his harness glinting. The ship groans, the maelstroms pull of ice. Neurocore's crippled, my sabotage breaking its hold, but the hack's ghost drags us to doom. The captain's slumped on the bridge, oxygen-starved. I slide into the control chair, my frame steady despite the deck's lurch. Spark leaps to the console, dropping a key, the helm's override. Snatch from the cooling unit. 10 minutes before the vortex swallows us. The helm fights me, its controls stiff from the hack's dregs. My training, covert, raw, taught me basics. But this superliner's a beast. I jam the key in, unlocking the rudder. Waves crash, the ship bucking. My eyes lock on the horizon, gauging the maelstrom's drag. Spark's tracker blinks. The bomb dormant, thanks to my work and Elena's USB. The Azores base, 50 nautical miles off, crackles. Rescue 5 minutes out. My hands grip tight, focus absolute. Molly's fire, my team's blood, flashes, but I shove it down steady. Passengers, freed as oxygen returns, clutch railings, their cries lost in the ocean's roar. Elena's voice cuts through a radio. I can steer it. I ignore her neurocore knowledge too convenient. Is she complicit? No time for doubts. I ease the throttle, fighting the vortex's tug. The ship shudders, hull straining. Spark darts across the console, his presence my anchor, eyes urging me on. I'm no captain, but I'm forged for this. Molly scars my steel. The maelstrom looms, its black swirl glaring through the viewport. I nudge the rudder, arms burning. The Azores lights flicker, a faint hope against the abyss. I ping a final NATO signal, locking rescue on us. The ship responds, inching clear of the vortex. Spark's tail flicks, trust unwavering. Passengers pray, their faith in an unseen hand absolute. My mind's a blade, slicing through chaos. My hands steady despite the strain. The Aurora Zenith slows, halting 500 meters from the maelstrom's jaws. Rescue boats surge, medics boarding with precision. I wipe the controls, erasing my trace, a shadow's habit. Spark leaps to my shoulder, harness snug, ready to vanish. I slip through a hatch, leaving the bridge as soldiers swarm. Elena stands on deck, clutching her USB. Eyes searching for me. Passengers cheer, blind to the woman and squirrel who saved them. I fade into the ship's depths, a ghost, my mission done. I watch the world spin, lies on a burner phone. Headlines screaming, Aurora Zenith saved by AI failsafe. They praise Neurocore's phantom systems, burying me and Spark. The ship's cameras, wiped clean, show static where I moved, my frame a ghost. My technician credentials vanish, replaced by a blank entry. Passengers whisper of a woman with a squirrel. My hands, Spark's darting form. But officials call it delirium, oxygen-starved minds. The story's sealed, protecting someone high up. Molly's ghosts, my team's blood, taunt me, but I stay steady. In my Azores safe house, Spark curls in my lap, his harness off, a quiet anchor. I saved 2,000 lives, outsmarted a hack, disarmed a bomb, yet a machine takes the credit. Erasure doesn't shock me. Molly taught me heroes are disposable. NATO logs bury my distress signal as a test. Scrubbed clean. The mercenaries, locked in a black site, know only a shadow, a force that broke their plan with surgical calm. My 2018 Neurocore mistake fueled this. I fixed it, but the world stays blind. Elena Voss's press conference is a silent roar. She stands, cameras flashing, voice measured. Someone acted. We owe them everything. Her eyes hunt the void, seeking me. She knows. Our 2018 work on NeuroCore tied us to that flaw. Her silence shields me, but also Alexander Voss's empire, built on secrets too raw to expose. The hack meant to ruin him. I saved his legacy. Not just lives. Her words are a coded nod, all she can give without breaking the game. A junior officer at the Azores base saw me slip through a hatch, Spark on my shoulder. His report, buried deep, paints me as a soldier, my squirrel and odd ally. He's reassigned fast, his words dismissed as fantasy. Passengers, safe but rattled, carry my shadow. A child's sketch, a woman, a squirrel, gets filed away, forgotten. I don't care. Fame's a cage, anonymity's my armor. Molly's betrayal, my team's screams, taught me that. I crushed my oversight, redeemed my error. I smashed the burner phone, it lies dead. Spark nibbles a nut, eyes locked on mine, a vow to keep moving. The Aurora Zenith was my penance, proof I could write 2018. The world spins, ignorant of my war. Elena's gaze, caught on screen, lingers, a crack in my shield. Someone, Voss, maybe, erased me. I don't linger. Dubai's gala, the next job, pings. Spark and I will vanish. Ghosts in a world blind to us. I sit in my Azores safe house, the Aurora Zenith's chaos, a fading echo. My burner phone glows, Elena Voss's message stark. I knew it was you, Nyasha. Let me help. In 2018, we crossed paths on a classified project. Elena, a liaison for Alexander Voss's tech empire. Me, a consultant probing NeuroCore's code. I flagged a backdoor, a flaw in its encryption. Elena, pressed by Alexander's deadlines, urged me to ignore it, promising a fix. It never came. That choice, buried in secrets, nearly sank the ship, my guilt a raw wound. Elena's presence wasn't chance. She boarded to watch NeuroCore's civilian launch, sensing flaws but blind to the hack's scope. My arrival, sparked by a cryptic note, felt like fate, a ghost rising to fix our shared sin. Elena's USB, clutched on the ship, held NeuroCore's original code, her shield for Alexander against his rivals. The hack, a rival's blade, aimed to gut his empire by framing NeuroCore as a failure. I stopped it, bomb disarmed, ship saved, but Elena's silence guards more than me. Molly's betrayal, my team's blood, taught me trust is a trap. Her press conference words, someone acted. We owe them everything. Were a nod to me, coded, careful. Naming me risks Alexander's secrets, deals that rushed NeuroCore to market. Her USB, a vault of truth, could unravel their world. She sent the message to a dead drop, coded for my eyes, a plea to join forces. I see her on the broadcast, staring at the ocean, its depths hiding her guilt. She's out there, she whispers. Knowing my war's not done, I crush the phone, sparks stirring in my lap. His eyes meet mine, steady, loyal. Elena's guilt doesn't surprise me. Her 2018 push to bury the flaw bound us. Was she a pawn or player? I don't care. Molly burned trust from me, leaving only spark. The next job pings, Dubai, a gala, coordinates, a name. I don't ask who sent it, the wise enough. Someone needs saving or stopping. Elena's USB could shift the board, but I won't chase it. I saved the ship, righted my error, vanished. Spark's harness is ready, his gaze a vow. Our paths will cross again, Elena and I, but for now, I'm a ghost, my purpose sharp, my name a whisper. I sit in my Azores safe house, cleaning my multi-tool, its metal flashing under faint light. Spark sleeps beside me, his tiny chest rising, my only anchor. My mind drifts to 2018, Molly, where my scars were carved. At 29, I led a Black Ops team, 6 souls, Daniels, Reyes, Kim, Jackson, Patel, Lewis, to extract a warlord from a jihadist den. Command swore the intel was solid. Coordinates, guard routes, exfil paths. My team trusted me, our bond forged in fire. I mapped every move. My mind a steel trap, sure we'd win. The op collapsed fast. Ambushers hit, RPGs ripping the desert night. Our intel sold by a corrupt officer. I fought, M4 blazing, dragging Daniels to a shattered wall, his blood soaking my hands. Reyes dropped to a sniper, Kim to shrapnel. One by one, my team fell, their screams searing me. I stood last, knife wet with enemy blood, cutting down 6 before a grenade's blast stole my breath. I woke in a medevac, sole survivor, body bruised, soul broken. Command called it a tragedy. Blamed unforeseen resistance in slick reports. I knew better. Someone betrayed us, likely for coin. I stormed my CO's office, voice raw, demanding truth. He stonewalled, threatened my career. My life. The betrayal cut deeper than shrapnel. I walked away, burned my uniform in a desert blaze, swore to work alone. Trust died in Mali. Spark, saved from a hacked lab in 2019, became my only ally, his survival echoing mine, his sharp eyes my mirror. The Aurora Zenith was my reckoning. In 2018, I consulted on Nyasha, spotted a backdoor in its code. Pressured. I called it minor, a choice that haunted me when the hack struck. The ship's crisis was my fault, a ghost demanding justice. I'd failed my team. Daniel's last gasp, Reyes' dead stare burned in me. But I didn't fail the passengers. Spark's presence, his steady trust, showed redemption was possible, one life at a time. I packed my gear, a Dubai Gala pinging on a new burner. The message is cryptic, coordinates, a name. I don't ask who sent it, the why's enough. Someone needs saving or stopping. Spark stirs, harness ready, eyes locked on mine. We're a team, bound by scars. My war's endless, fought in shadows. Mali broke me, but it forged me. Unseen, unstoppable, a blade in the dark. My fight's not for glory, it's for redemption. I saved 2,000 souls on the Aurora Zenith. Erased my 2018 mistake, then vanished with Spark, my tiny ally. My story screams truth. Heroism lives in silence, in unseen acts. I fought to shield those trapped by chaos, not for applause. That Nyasha flaw I ignored could have sunk the ship, but I faced it, risking all to rewrite my sin. Spark, saved from a dead lab, mirrors my redemption, small, fierce, guiding me through shadows with unwavering loyalty. You don't need fame to shift fates. One choice, made in quiet, can change everything. Mali's betrayal, my team's blood, taught me purpose trumps praise. I carry their ghosts, their loss driving me to save strangers. Spark, my silent partner, proves even the smallest can tilt the scales. In a world-chasing spotlight, I show courage is quiet, impact unseen, redemption mine alone. What's your fight? You don't need a ship, a squirrel, or my scars. Look around. A friend needs hope, a stranger needs aid. A cause needs you. Act, no applause required. Fix a wrong, stand tall, move forward. I did, bearing Mali's wounds, my victories unclaimed. Spark stays with me, proof no one's too small to matter. Your acts, however slight, can break the tide. Join the unseen. Follow the nameless operative, truths buried in shadow. Next, the assassination at the charity gala, the waitress who strayed. Who's the mark? Who pulls the strings? Spark and I are there, watching, waiting. Dare to uncover our next move and find yours. The world needs ghosts like us, like you, to reshape what's written.